What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Zach. We got another episode of the FM24 Beta save with Arsenal. In today's episode, we're going to be tackling Tottenham at home in the North London Derby. And then later in the episode, we're going to be taking on Brentford in the Carabao Cup final. In between episodes, we just kept winning. Bristol City 5-0 in the FA Cup 4th round, and we drew Cardiff. Again, we're probably not going to be showing this one on the channel. Next episode, I think we'll come back for the second leg of the round of 16 and the FA Cup, maybe if we get a good draw. If we take a look at the table here, we're looking good. We're 6 points back, but 2 games in hand against Liverpool. Today we're going to be playing Tottenham. Our goal difference is pretty similar to Liverpool, so we'll keep an eye on that. I think this is going to be another one where it comes down to the last couple of matches. We knocked out the January transfer window. Nothing happened. Expectations for the match against Tottenham, both expecting a win. I'm expecting a win. Let's get into the match. Everybody's fit. That's actually kind of surprising. We're going to have Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday. We'll rest in these couple of matches probably, and then kind of focus on Villa since they're higher up on the table. Let's go with our normal starting 11. We're going to go with Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabriel Zinchenko, Declan Rice, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus. Everybody is in very good form. We're enjoying a lot of wins right now. That's always a good thing. Jordan Pickford passed his fitness test. He's been injured, so we will keep him on the bench. Let's get to the match right away. Vicario, G.A.? I don't know. Eric Dyer. Interesting. I didn't know he was still at Tottenham. Pavlovic, Udogie, Basuma, Bentancur, Danny Ceballos, that still is surprising. Kulusevski, Son, and Richarlison. Let's get to the dressing room. Big rivalry match. We're the favorites. Let's get the win. Come on, boys. We are at the Emirates. It's a rainy day here in London, as per usual. Trent back to William Saliba. Tomiyasu to Rice to Saliba. Oh, what a pass. Martin Odegaard takes the shot and scores 30 seconds into the match. Martin Odegaard scores his 11th of the season, but we are going to VAR just to check for an offside. The goal is given. Lovely pass from Gabriel Jesus. A little bit of skill. A little back heel action. Odegaard making the run. Takes one touch. Fires it past the keeper. 27 seconds on the clock. We take those. Let's see how tight the offside was. It was pretty tight, but he was played on. So we will continue. Arsenal throw. Tomiyasu tries to give it to Saka, but eventually does fall to him after a deflection from the Tottenham defender. Gabriel to Zinchenko. Finds the space. Gives the ball up. Trent Alexander-Arnold. His touch fails him. Is brought down in the box. Referee gives a penalty. We're going to double check with VAR just to make sure. We are checking. Penalty has been given. Bukayo Saka standing over it. Scores his, 25th goal of the season. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0. This is a good way to start the match. Tell you what. Keeper dove the right way, but it was a little too late. Too much sauce on the shot. Zinchenko, encouraging the fans to be loud, gives up the throw. Son with it, tries to give it to Richarlison, but Martinelli's in here. Off of the goalie, was offside anyway. Wouldn't have counted. Let's get our league table, maybe. Ooh, good effort from Odegaard. Hits the crossbar, forces a save actually from Vicario. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the corner, going to the middle. Ball's bouncing around, Vicario gathers it up very quickly. Nope, maybe not. Son's shot's just wide. Where you at? There you are. Okay. Couple other matches being played today. Nothing too concerning with our title chase. As Martin Odegaard has a free kick, plays it short. Gabriel Jesus shot fires off of Eric Dyer. And he does well to win it back from Son. Gabriel up to Zinchenko. We got runners going forward. Couldn't find the pass, so he keeps the ball. He's going to look for the cross. Plays it short to Martinelli. Gabriel Jesus at the far post. Falls to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Tomiyasu dribbling in the box. Fires it across goal. Couldn't find an Arsenal player in the end of it, but a little bit of miscommunication. Tottenham have the ball now. Over the top, Richarlison running in. Takes the shot, fires it in the back of the net. Richarlison scores his 10th of the season. We are checking VAR. The goal's given. Very quick offside check. Assist from Danny Ceballos. Great run, great pass. Good first touch. Saliba not really able to do anything about it. He was beat on the run. Tottenham score 1. 30 minutes gone. Arsenal 2. Tottenham 1. We've had twice as many shots as they have so far. We have another free kick toward the corner flag. Odegaard puts it into the far post. Gabriel wins the header. It falls to Declan Rice, who scores. But once again, we are going to VAR. Offside has been given. Tottenham get away with that. Very tight. Very tight. Interesting one, but obviously VAR is never wrong. Richarlison up to Kulusevski. Dribbles out wide, running up the right-hand side. Bentancur. Ceballos wins the header, but it's pretty easy for Ramsdale to snatch out of the air. And we are coming up to halftime. I'm not going to make any changes. We're doing well. Everybody's fit. We are just going to hit him with one of those. And move on to the second half. James Maddison coming on for Bentancur. Udogie tries to find Son, finds him, but Arsenal win the ball. That's the end of that highlight. Corner for Tottenham. Ramsdale grabs it. All nice and neat. Very well done. Ramsdale is going to hold on to the ball. Going to waddle forward. Looking for a boot. There it is. Past the halfway line. Basuma has the ball. Son with it now. Gabriel Jesus wins the ball back. Got plenty of guys ahead of him. Saka. Martinelli. We are dangerous on the counter. Martinelli fires it across. Saka scores his 26th of the season. Second of the day. We're flying right now. Arsenal 3, Tottenham 1. 49 minutes gone. Kind of came out of nowhere. Very quick counterattack. Nice run from Saka. to get in front of the goalie. And we score. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the corner. In-swinger, far post. Gabriel's there. Kulusevski heads it. Ball falls to Martinelli. He gets a really good strike on the ball. Vicario saves, puts it out for yet another corner. Trent again standing over it. Maybe we'll go near post this time. Far post again. Gabriel wins the header. Keeper was diving, but it goes just on the wrong side of the post. Coming up to the 60th minute, let's make a couple changes. We'll keep Saka on. He's on 2 goals. We'll take Martinelli off. He's on a yellow. He's a little tired. We'll bring on Emile Smith-Rowe. And I think we'll leave it at that for now. Hopefully Saka can score another goal here shortly, and then we'll take him off. Ref? Nope, nothing given. Richarlison gives it up. Tomiyasu finds Saka, takes the shot. He's wanting that third. Vicario saves, out for another corner. Martin Odegaard should be standing over it. 2 hands raised. Far post, Saliba's there, wins the header. Nothing doing. Zinchenko with a throw. 66th minute here. Odegaard over to Declan Rice. Tomiyasu with a lot of space. Takes a couple touches. Fires it across to Bukayo Saka, who scores his hat trick. But we are going to VAR. Possible offside. It was tight. We are checking. Goal has been awarded. Bukayo Saka with his hat trick. Does well to stay onside. Number 2 was keeping him onside. Gueye? I have no idea how to pronounce his name. Kulusevski. Danny Ceballos. Back to Kulusevski. Finds Oliver Skip. His first touch is not a good one. Gabriel Jesus trying to go for another counterattacking goal. Smith-Rowe cuts inside. Doesn't quite get past his man. It falls to Trent Alexander-Arnold, whose shot's well wide of the target. We had an opportunity there to really just put the nail in the coffin. Dyer with the ball to Danny Ceballos. Kulusevski. Richarlison. Gabriel stops that pass. Son's on the run, but Tomiyasu takes the ball instead. Very confident on the ball. Odegaard can't get past Oliver Skip. Udogie gives it to James Maddison. Over to Kulusevski. Zinchenko intercepts. Gabriel to Zinchenko. Up to Emile Smith-Rowe. Just going to hold on to the ball. We're not going to really rush anything. We're far enough ahead in the match. Saka out to Tomiyasu. Gabriel Jesus scores his 15th of the season. And I think that is that. We should not be giving up this lead. Very good win. Saka out to Tomiyasu. Cuts inside. Finds space ahead of him. One touch from Jesus. Fires it to the far post. Vicario probably should have saved it. But he was not the better man. Let's take off Bukayo Saka. He's got a hat trick. He deserves a little bit of a rest. And we'll also take off Alexander Zinchenko for Kieran Tierney. Confirm those subs. We move on. Couple of changes from Tottenham as well. Tomiyasu with the ball over to Tierney, who joins the scoring frenzy, his 4th of the season, assisted from the other wingback. Takahiro Tomiyasu with the assist. Very simple goal. Tierney with loads of space, one touch, sets him up for a very nice strike. Arsenal 6, Tottenham 1. Odegaard back to Tierney, over to Rice. Trossard scores as well, his 6th of the season, assisted from Declan Rice. 7-1 to the good guys in red. We are relentless. Declan Rice. Trossard with a great touch to get around his man. '85th minute. Let's make our final changes. Let's take off Martin Odegaard for somebody. Slide you over. Bring on Dyson. Swap you. You can go back over there. Emile Smith-Rowe we can play as an attacking midfielder. And then let's take off Tomiyasu for Urian Timber. Just confirm those and wait out the rest of the match. Trent with the free kick. Also scores 8-1. Good lord. Oof. 88 minutes gone. Trent scores as well. What a match this is for Arsenal fans. This is definitely a match to forget for everybody working at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club. Fans as well. Arsenal 8, Tottenham 1, full time. That was a fantastic win. I mean, look at that. That is ridiculous. That puts us 5 points clear of Tottenham with a game in hand. We're looking good to make on a title chase. So let's come back in just a moment for the Carabao Cup final against Brentford. We'll see you in just 1 second. It's time for the Carabao Cup final against Brentford. Let's get to it. We've won most of our games. We drew against Newcastle, which is unfortunate, which means we're 2 points back against Liverpool with a game in hand. So they lost their game. Schedule. Yeah, they lost against West Ham. Okay. That's great. We will take those. A little bit of complaining about playing time. So Martin Odegaard, Declan Rice, and somebody else called a team meeting. Called a meeting. It was them three and me. And complaining that Renato Sanchez is not getting enough playing time. So he will be starting the match against Brentford. We will start Pickford instead of Ramsdale. Gabriel is injured, so we'll start we'll start Ben White. Gabriel Jesus is also injured, so we'll start Dyson Maeda. Gabriel can come off for Nico Williams, Marquinhos in there for Gabriel Jesus. We need to make room for Renato Sanchez. We have the FA Cup in a couple of days, so we'll rotate a little bit. Not a whole lot. Let's start Arsnes instead of Declan Rice. And Renato Sanchez can be on the bench instead of Nico. And then I guess Sanchez instead of Arsnes. Let's go with that. We'll go Pickford, Tomiyasu, Saliba, Ben White, Zinchenko, Sanchez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, And then the front four as usual, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli. And I guess it's not the usual front four. We'll go with Meta instead of Jesus because he's injured. We just did this, Zach. Pay attention to what you're doing. Anyway, let's submit the team. That's fine. Teams are warming up. Thomas Frank in charge of Brentford. David Raya in goal. Roslev, Ayer, Collins, Hickey, Janelt, Jensen, Da Silva, Shad, Mbumo, and Yilmaz. I don't know enough about the Brentford team to know which subs I'd expect to be starting. But let's go to the dressing room. Let's encourage them. Go and win a trophy. Come on, boys. We are playing at Wembley. It's raining. Zinchenko. Back to Ben White. Up to Sanchez. Saliba tries to give it to Tomiyasu, but Mbumo wins the ball. Running up the left-hand side. Tomiyasu takes it back. We end the highlight there, but straight into another one. Tomiyasu takes it off of Mbumo. Saliba all the way back to Pickford. Ben White with the ball. Over to Saliba. Looking for Tomiyasu. Finds him. Couple guys running ahead. Dysen's holding his run. Martinelli has the ball. Back to Zinchenko. Back to Ben White. Over to Saliba. Couple touches. Saka has it now. He's in a dangerous spot here. Puts the ball into the box. Martinelli wins the header. Goes out for a goal kick. 90,000 people at the stadium today. Trent Alexander-Arnold over the top. Odegaard brings it down. Martinelli with the shot. Wild shot goes wide of the post. Odegaard. Good ball into the box. Saka wins the header. David Raya saves it. Gathers it up. Boots it long. And we have another highlight starting from a throw-in. Janelt up to... I don't know his last name. Shad. Up to Jensen. This is Yilmaz, I believe. Zinchenko wins the ball back. Ben White. Pickford. Boots it long. Finds Odegaard. Good first touch. Martinelli. Over the top. Dyson's running in. Gets the ball first, scores from distance. Dyson Maeda, his 8th goal of the season, puts us 1-0 up against Brentford, 8.5 minutes into the match. Martinelli with a great ball over the top, bounces a couple times. Raya's the slower of the two. Dyson dinks it off of the crossbar. Scores. Puts us in the driver's seat to win the cup. 15 minutes, we've had all of the shots, about 50-50 on possession. Janelt to Da Silva, whose shot is blocked by Dazen. Corner kick for Brentford. Jensen standing over, it's going to be an outswinger. Goes to the far post, Saliba heads it, clear only to Mbumo. Collins back to Da Silva. Another corner. Left-footed outswinger from Mbumo. It's going to the far post. Ayer's there. Heads it over the bar. 20 minutes gone. Tomiyasu with the highlight here. Plays to Sanchez, but he gives it up. But Tomiyasu wins the ball back. Saliba to Sanchez. Trent over to Zinchenko. Over the top. Saka. One touch. Fires it. It's going to be out for a corner. Close offside, I think. But it is cleared. It's good. Odegaard. Far post. Raya gathers it up. Short corner here, played to Sanchez, back to Odegaard, who's in space, takes the shot. It is blocked by Brentford defender. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the ball, ends the highlight. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the corner, going near post. Falls to Odegaard, back to Trent. Odegaard, his shot's blocked, out for another corner. Trent standing over it again. Going to the far post this time. Ayer wins the header. Hickey heads it long. Highlight ends there. Another one coming up here. Brentford corner. Jensen standing over it. Going to the far post. Plenty of defenders there. And Mbeumo tries for the bicycle. It is blocked. Dies in. Looking to start a counter. Holding it up. Waiting for some help. Finds help. Martinelli driving. Looking for the cross, finds Trent Alexander-Arnold, tries to find Tomiyasu, but Brentford intercept. Yilmaz dribbling up the field. We have plenty of defenders back. De Silva with the shot. Oof. That was a chance. Hopefully we'll come to halftime here in just a few minutes. 1-0 up. Yanelt over to Da Silva, who takes the shot. Pickford saves. Brings it down all by himself. And we got a couple minutes. We got 3 added minutes. That's halftime. They put a lot of pressure there in the kind of the second phase of that half. Keep it up. Yeah, I think that's... Could I make any changes that would be worth anything? I don't think so. Maybe out of possession we drop back to a standard line. See if that kind of helps relieve some of the pressure. Hickey's ball is intercepted. Zinchenko, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Very quickly into a corner. Martin Odegaard standing over it. Going to the near post. Ben White's header is over the bar, out for a goal kick. We have 3 guys sitting on yellows. One of Brentford's players on a yellow as well. Hickey's looking to keep the ball in, keeps it in, does well. Mbeumo over to Ayer, up to Roerslev. All the way back to David Raya in goal. Quickly gives it to Collins ahead of him. Da Silva. Mbeumo looking to get past Tomiyasu. Is able to get the cross into the box. Yilmaz wins the header, but it's a fairly weak shot. Pickford grabs it without any problems. We got a few minutes before we make our first change of the match. Hickey over to Mbeumo. Back to Collins. I don't know who I'm going to take off. Maybe Saka. He's on a 6.5. He hasn't been able to do a whole lot today. He's been locked down pretty good. Maybe take him off. Swap out maybe Sanchez for somebody. Odegaard over to Tomiyasu. He's in the box. Finds Saka. His shot is out for a corner. Martin Odegaard taking this one. Far post. Ooh, White couldn't quite get that header. It's out for another corner. 2 hands raised. Near post, driven. Yanelt clears. Only 2, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Was looking for a teammate. Finds Martinelli. It's back to Trent. Far post cross. Doesn't matter. He was offside anyway. Raya plays it short to Collins. Straight off of that offside call. Da Silva over to Mbeumo. Back to Collins. He's in space. Gives it back to David Raya. Yilmaz does well to give the ball back to a teammate. Ayer now with it. Back to Raya. Da Silva. Ayer. We're just kind of waiting on a mistake like that. Martinelli, Trent Alexander-Arnold gives it to Saka. Tomiyasu's running forward, takes the shot just over the bar. That was a good chance there. Good defensive mentality, waiting for Brentford to make that mistake and try to pounce on it. Tomiyasu. Trent Alexander-Arnold with the ball over the top. Saka brings it down to Dyson Maeda, who scores his 9th, potentially. We are going to VAR. Possible offside. We are checking. And the goal stands. Arsenal 2, Brentford 0. 57 minutes on the clock. Great ball to Saka. Squares it for Dyson. Good stuff, boys. Let's see how close it was. I mean, yeah, it was behind. It was a back pass, so all is fair. "62 minutes. Let's make a change or two. Let's take off Sanchez for Declan Rice. And let's take off Zinchenko for Kieran Tierney. We don't want to give up. We don't want a second yellow for anybody. I think that'll put us in a very precarious situation if we have to play a man down for 20-30 minutes in a cup final. But Odegaard has the corner here. Going to the near post. Declan Rice wins the header, scores his 2nd goal of the season. 3-0. I think it's safe to assume that we will have a trophy lift at the end of this match. "72 minutes. We're looking good. We've been controlling the game the entire time. Hasn't really been too much to worry about. Brentford hasn't posed too much of a threat. They've had a couple of chances, but we've been able to actually finish our chances. Brentford have had 9 shots, 3 on target, 0.67 XG. Damsgaard standing over the corner here. It's going to be an outswinger. Going to the far post. Saliba wins the header. Ayer over to Da Silva, who's in space. Fires it first time over the bar. Let's make another couple changes. Let's bring off Saka for Trossard. We can bring off Odegaard for Smith Rowe. Leave our final change for the 90th minute. Five minutes of added time. Before this highlight gets going, we will make our final change. Let's take off Trent for Frederick Aursnes. Confirm that sub. Watch this highlight, and shortly we will be raising a trophy. Hopefully the first of 4 this season. We're going for the quadruple. Ben White over to Tierney. Rice dribbling. Finds Tomiyasu in space. He's got a couple defenders on him. Puts the ball into the box. Martinelli wins the header straight to David Raya. Less than a minute now left in the match. Ayer and Jensen playing back and forth. Raya to Ben Mee. Da Silva over to Henry. Up to Damsgaard. Back to Henry. Dribbling forward. He does have a knock. He's been playing with it for a while now. Yilmaz wins the header just over the bar. Pickford diving. I think he would have had it covered. Should be any second now. The referee's going to blow for full time. We can watch another trophy lift. Aursnes is fouled. Camelo. Probably should have been booked for that, but too late in the match to really worry about it. That's full time. We have a trophy left. Well done, boys. Well done indeed. Thank you, Mr. Commissioner. Trophy will be handed to Martin Odegaard. All together now. Oh, hey! Carabao Cup winners. Well done, boys. Well done. Who's going to do the cartwheel? Hey, who was? I don't know who that was. Nicely done, boys. Nicely done. Maida with 2 goals. Martinelli with a 3rd. Oh no, that's an assist, isn't it? Is that what that is? Yeah, I think that's the assist. Declan Rice with the 3rd. Well done, boys. Well done indeed. 3-0. When are we going to come back? Let's come back for round of 16 second leg and possibly the next round of the FA Cup. We're not going to show Cardiff. They're in the championship this year. Senior squad. I mean, they're second in the championship. They're probably going to get promoted, but we're not going to worry about that match too much. So we'll see you next episode for this and the next round of the FA Cup, maybe. As you can see, we're coming to the end of the season. We got a few more rounds left of the Champions League and a couple rounds left of the FA Cup. But other than that, we're looking good. Thank you very much for watching. That's where we're going to end it. Next, let's see here. Monday is tomorrow. The full game is supposed to launch. So we're going to be absolutely killing it with double uploads until the beta save is over. And then we'll go back to 1 upload a day. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. All those fun YouTube things. And as always, we'll see you later.